Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Sarah. This is going to be a quick little yoga flow to a peak pose. So I hope you enjoy it and we will just get started here. So we're going to start on our backs in constructive rest with your feet flat on the floor, a little bit wider than your hips. Your knees fall into each other, and place a hand on your heart and a hand on your stomach. Then we'll just take a moment here to prepare ourselves for this practice. So you can let your breath start to slow, start to lengthen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Begin to just breathe in and out through your nose. And it's common to set an intention for a yoga practice. And you can set whatever intention that you like. But an intention is just something to help you stay grounded during the practice. And what I mean by that is some kind of positive thing to focus on. So you can set whatever intention you like. I recommend for this class you try to stay focused on the present, release any judgment, and have fun. So we'll get started with a little ab workout, and then we will prepare our body, and then we will try our peak pose and hopefully have some fun doing it. So here we go. I'm going to start with our ab exercise here. So we're just going to start with drawing our knees up. Place your hands behind your head. Bring your knees in towards your chest. So I lift my hips up off the ground as I exhale. Inhale, bring my legs out. Exhale, bring your knees in towards your elbows. And inhale, legs out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, out. So you can do this as fast or slow as you like. I like to do it a little slower and really think of squeezing my abs in as I lift my hips in and up off the floor. So we're just gonna keep going. To get that fire on in our stomach, we do need to have strong turned on abs for our peak pose. So you might think, oh, what is this peak pose? She's kind of being secretive about it. Well, that's for a reason. Because sometimes if you know what's coming, well, then you kind of run away from it. Maybe not, but you might run away from it, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay and have fun and maybe surprise yourself. So we'll keep going here at your own pace. I'm starting to feel it. I hope you are too. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out. I'm going to do one more, and whenever I bring it in, I'm going to hold it. Also hold it in and keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Lift your hips as high as you can. Bring those knees in. And release. All right. So now we're going to lift our legs up, and we're just going to go up. Straight up, we'll do 10. Exhale as you go up. Try not to go back like that. Just straight up. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're going to do a knee in and a leg out, kind of like a yoga bicycle. So left leg goes out, right knee comes in, draw your head up towards your knee, and switch. You can use your hands as much as you want or need to, but again, I like to focus on what's going on in my abs because it really helps when you're trying to strengthen something to focus on that muscle group. You feel it activate even more. We're just going to do 3 more. So that's 1, Right knee in, left knee. That's 2. Last one. Right knee, left knee. Whew. I'm feeling warm. Let's do a little stretching and then we'll do a little more core. So extend your left leg out, right leg comes up. And we're just getting a hamstring stretch. So you may not be this deep, you might even be deeper than me. Don't compare yourself to me. I've already been doing yoga today, so I'm a little bit stretched out. If you're not this stretched out, that's totally fine. Just be where you are. Let your hamstring open in its own time. So hopefully the heat from the ab exercise has helped a little bit. So you can open up your hammies. We'll take one more breath here. So inhale, exhale, draw that knee in or that leg. And I'll let the leg go out just a little bit. If you can grab your toe, then grab your toe. And if not, you can just grab around your ankle. You can use a strap. I'm going to move that right leg out to the side. So just, we're feeling an inner thigh stretch here. Again, you just be wherever you are. You may be up here, or you might be even lower than I am. You just be wherever you are. Make sure this left hip doesn't come up off the ground, but it stays grounded down. On the next inhale, we'll come back up. And as we draw our knee in, as we draw our leg in, we're gonna exhale and draw our head up towards our shin here for just a few breaths. And draw that leg in as much as comfortably possible. Don't overdo it. Don't hurt yourself. But if you can draw it in a little bit deeper, draw your head up a little more, and go ahead and release. And do the same thing on the other side. So right leg is out, left leg comes up. Straighten that leg as much as you can. And really focus on relaxing your shoulders. A lot of times I want to go up, but relax them down. Whenever you relax them down, it kind of acts as a weight for your leg and just naturally does a little stretch. Now, we'll say over and over again to be where you're at, and it's so important that you do that so you don't injure yourself. That's one of the beautiful things I think about practicing at home. There's less people to compare yourself to, it's just, you and me, or maybe you have somebody there with you, but there's nobody there for you to, be like, oh, look at what they're doing, It's just you, so you can really explore where you are at, and that is a wonderful thing. So on our next exhale, we'll move that leg out to the side. Keep your right leg grounded down. A lot of times it will try to hike up, so make sure it stays grounded down. Press in through that right leg to help it stay grounded. And then just let that left inner thigh open up. Also try to keep both shoulders on the ground. The same thing will happen to the shoulders. The right shoulder will want to pop up, but make sure both shoulders stay on the ground. Next inhale, we'll bring that left leg back up to center. And exhale, lift your head up towards your knee. Pull that leg in. Just turning the abs on again. So really focus on squeezing your abs in, and less of a pull with the arms and more with the abs. We're going to lift that right leg off the ground and just go right into an ab exercise. So switch your legs, draw that leg in, and switch. We're just going to switch back and forth. So really try not to pull with the arms, but keep the abs active. And you know what? Let's just, if you can, keep your arms forward and scissor the legs that way. I hate that phrase, but for lack of a better term, we'll just keep switching our legs. If you need to put your hands behind your head instead, that's fine. And if you need to go back to holding the legs, that's also fine. We'll do one more each direction. In, both legs come up, and release. We are going to do one more thing from the ground here. So we're going to, let's start with the left leg. So you're going to straighten out your left leg and bring it out just a little bit. You can use your hands to help you. So bringing it out just slightly, you are going to bring your hands forward. So get your hands as far forward as you can. And whenever you're here, you can reach your arms forward and reach that right leg out. So I just want you to be here. Just hold this, see how it feels. And release. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll start with that right leg coming out to the side just a little bit. Reach the right arm inside of the leg and extend that left leg out. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or crazy. Just try to keep this right leg glued onto the right arm, left leg off the ground, abs active. Okay, let's release. We'll roll on up. And we're going to do a forward fold. So I'm just walking up. Bring your feet hip distance apart and do a little bend in your knees. Grab your elbows and hang. You might get some pops in your back. Just sway back and forth. Let your back muscles release. So we'll let the back muscles release, and then we're actually going to focus more on a hamstring stretch here. So if your hamstrings are really tight, you might already be feeling this in the hammies. And that's okay, because that's exactly what we want. We'll go ahead and be still here. Reach down, grab your big toes. I want you to press your legs straight. So activate your legs. Lift your chest forward, shoulder blades are down. You're looking forward at your mat. As you exhale, you're going to hinge at your hip joint. So make sure you hinge at the hip joint and drop your head down and lean your hips. If your legs are straight, activate your quads. That's the front of your thigh bone. So activate your quads and lean your hips forward if your legs are straight. If your legs aren't straight, just work on straightening your legs. We just want a hamstring stretch here. And remember, always come back to the breath. I know I get excited sometimes, so just take a few breaths here. Last breath. Really focus on relaxing on this exhale. All right, we're going to do something a little fun, a little hard. Walk your feet out just a little bit, a little wider than hip distance. You're going to bend both of your legs. Reach your right arm. I'm going to turn so you can see me better. Reach your right arm in, and if you can, bend that leg as much as you need to. If you can, put that right hand or fingertips on the floor. Keep this left hand also on the floor. You're going to bend your left leg and send it up, and keep your torso as close to that right leg as you can. It's not quite a standing split because we are turned. We really want to keep that right leg on the arm as much as we can. So this shape is very similar to what we did on the ground. Lift that left leg as high as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And then we'll bring it down. So how was that for you? It's once you actually get in there, kind of get over that initial fear of going into it's not so bad. It's just a little scary at first. All right, so here you're going to bend our legs again. We'll bring this left shoulder as much under this left calf as we can. the left fingertips or the left hand is on the ground and the right hand is also on the ground. I have it just right in front of where my right foot is. So you'll find the right distance for you. I like to start with bending that right knee in and then straightening the leg. It's a lot easier than coming up with a straight leg, but you will eventually straighten that right leg up. Reach, reach, reach as much as you can. Breathe here. Focus on lifting that right leg up, feeling how strong you are. Last breath in. Exhale. Release. Ooh, okay, I'm going to turn back to the front of the mat here. We are going to do a little floor work, and then we're going to try something really fun. So, we need to be able to have good strength with our elbows bent and our body weight down. So we're just going to do some chaturanga push-ups. So lean forward, your shoulders above your wrists. If you want a little extra challenge, and lift your feet up off the floor. We're just going to exhale as we lower forward. Elbows are straight back. Inhale up. You want to make sure your shoulders don't go below the level of your elbows. So it'd be better even. We're just going to go up and down. So you just do some chaturanga push-ups as I'm talking here. But you want to make sure your shoulders never go below your elbows just to keep your shoulders safe. It would be better to be a little bit higher than to go too low. So hopefully you're feeling this in your shoulders and your triceps. I know I am. Let's do one where we hold our chest down. So prepare, exhale, lower, hold it, breathe, inhale, come up. Oh, I was feeling that. We should have taken a little break first. Okay. So we're going to try our peak pose here. If you have a yoga block, and this is an arm balance, if you have a yoga block and you're afraid of falling forward, you can place it between your hands. That way, whenever you lean forward, and I almost need two here. That way, whenever you lean forward, you have a really safe place. Hopefully that didn't mess up the mic. You have a really safe place to be with your chest. You won't fall and you'll be more inclined to try. So you can do that. You can do it with pillows, books, whatever you have. So do that if you like. I'm going to show without. So we're going to start, we'll start entering one way and then we'll practice the other way. So this is lizard pose. I stepped my left hand to the outside of my left foot to the outside of my left hand. So we'll just start here. We're going to, if you can drop your left shoulder and try to work that left shoulder as much as you can under your leg. I have kind of walked my hand underneath my left foot. Okay, I'm going to tuck my right toes under, straighten that right leg, heel toe, so you kind of walk that left foot forward, and also a little bit out to the side of the mat. As you're walking forward, bend those elbows and lift that left leg up. We'll just start here. So right toes are on the ground. And then we'll come back. So the full pose is Ekapada Kundanyasana, also called scissors pose. And in the full pose, we'll have our left leg forward in that position and our right toes are also off the ground. This pose is a little bit like a teeter-totter. So if you think about it like that, you're going so far forward, and once you get far enough forward, your right toes will come off the ground. You'll have to really activate your right leg and point those toes. So let's try that again. So we'll start off in our lizard pose. The more you can get your shoulder under your left leg, the better you will be set up. So right leg straight, Walk, walk, walk the left foot forward, bend your elbows, lean so far forward that your right toes come off the ground. Reach through both legs. Both legs are active. Press through your shoulders. Okay, come down. Alrighty, so wherever you got to, remember it's just for fun. There was a point where I could not do this pose, so if you couldn't do it, that's okay, but what matters is you try. So just keep trying. One side is different than the other usually, so maybe you didn't get on that side, but you'll get it on this side. Let's find out. So we'll start off in our lizard pose. The right foot just to the outside of the right hand. Let's take a moment, catch our breath. All right, whenever you're ready, we're going to do this. So walk that right shoulder as much as you can underneath the right leg, and step the right foot onto the right hand. Left toes tuck under and straighten that leg. Heel toe this right leg out. And the first one, our left toes stay on the ground. So walk, walk, walk this right leg out as the elbows bend. And lift that right leg off the ground. Reach, reach, reach. Left toes stay down. And come back. Then just see how that was. And even just building the strength of keeping those left toes on the ground while the right leg is out is so helpful for this pose. So even just that movement alone it's fantastic to prepare you for this. So we're going to try one more time. So right leg is in position, left toes tucked under, left leg is straight. So walk, 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 bend those elbows, and lean so far forward that that left leg comes off the ground. Breathe. And set the legs down. So there are all sorts of fun transitions that you can do with the scissors pose, but I'm going to just focus on the pose itself for today. I'm going to show one other way that you can get into this pose. So maybe those didn't work for you, but this way might. So we'll try. Move the mat just a little bit. Move the cat just a little bit. So we're going to start in down dog. So our hands are shoulder width apart. And just for ease for everyone, we're going to make it a shorter down dog. So wherever your down dog is, I want you to walk in about a footprint distance. All right. We're going to start again with the left leg out to the side. We'll inhale, lift that left leg back and up. As we exhale, bring that left knee up to the tricep. I gotta move this cat. Inhale, oops, left leg back and up. Exhale, bring that left knee to the tricep. If you can, see if you can set that leg there, kick that left leg out, and then reach that right leg back and up. And you can hang out there as long as you like. Kind of move this cat out of the way, sorry buddy. He is our friendliest cat. Other one's not so friendly. Practice that a few times. I'm going to go into the other side here. So coming into that shortened down dog. Catch your breath. Inhale, right leg back and up. Let's start with just bringing that right knee to the right tricep as high up as you can. Inhale, back and up. And on this next one, bring that right knee to the tricep as high up as you can. Let it rest there. Bend the elbows. Straighten the right leg. Left leg comes up. And then come on down. Whew. So hopefully that was fun for you. I think that pose is really fun. I still work on it. It's not perfect, but it's just for fun. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and join me for just a really brief rest. in Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, let's just come back to constructive rest for just a moment. Really be proud of what you did. Just the fact that you're here is amazing, and you should be so proud of trying something maybe that was brand new for you, or putting in the consistent work of yoga. Whenever you're ready, extend your hands out by your side with the palms up, and the feet will just flop open. Let your whole body relax into the floor. So scan your body, see, are you holding tension anywhere? I like to start at the top of my head and move down to my face and relax around the eyes, the jaw, relax the neck, shoulders. Relax my back, my hips, thighs, my ankles, and my feet. You may have heard the saying that it's not about the pose, and it's really not. It is the consistent practice of yoga over a lifetime. It is putting in the work to keep your body healthy. So we do it to keep the body healthy, but also the mind. Showing up every day shows that you believe in yourself enough to take care of yourself. You believe in yourself that even if you didn't do this crazy pose today, that maybe one day you will. And that is the work of yoga. Whenever you're ready to come out, you wiggle your feet, your ankles, your wrists. That's perfect timing. My baby just woke up. So you wiggle those hands and feet, draw your knees in, move your cat off your belly, hug your knees in, roll off to the side, and press yourself up. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. You end your practice bringing your hands together in a prayer position, hands to the forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts, hands to the mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving words, hands to the heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. You go throughout the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Namaste.